97 is now in session. The Honorable Judge Jackson presiding. Please be seated and come to order.
No. On April 29th, what, if anything, did you do?
I went to the Woolly Wizards Music Festival.
Were you camping?
Yeah.
What was the condition of the campsite?
It was dirty. It was a campsite.
What did Ryan do when you got to the campsite?
She started setting up.
Did she use a knife?
Yes.
Had you seen that knife before?
Yes.
How much did you have to drink at the festival?
Couple of years.
Was Ryan drinking that night?
No.
Did anything unusual occur at 9:30 that evening?
Yes. We spotted Becca by Shark's Bar.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive, absent term, yes.
Last time I sustained it, but to move along, I have an overrule objection and allow the witness to respond.
Yes. We saw Becca by Shark's Bar, and Ryan went over to talk to her about the situation with the drugs.
Did Ryan grab Becca?
No.
Was Ryan loud?
Yes.
Was Becca loud?
Yes.
Why did it appear that they were yelling?
Because the music was loud.
How long did this incident take?
A couple of minutes.
What happened next?
Becca walked away, and then Ryan came up to me saying that she needed some time to think and that she would text me later.
What time did Ryan leave?
9:30.
What is the next time you saw Ryan again at your campsite?
11:15.
Had Ryan changed clothes?
Yes.
Had Ryan packed anything up?
Yes.
What was the condition of the campsite?
It was dirty, but it was all packed up.
From the time Ryan left at 9:30 till the time you saw her again at your campsite at 11:15, were you alone?
Yes.
You were upset at Becca prior to going to this festival, correct?
Yes.
On April 27th, was Becca acting like a lunatic?
Objection, Your Honor, character evidence.
I am going to sustain the objection. Also, it's vague as to what lunatic would
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
going to sustain the disgrace.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How was Becca acting on April 27th?
She was acting like a lunatic.
Objection, Your Honor, character evidence.
You solemnly affirm that the testimony you are about to give will faithfully and truthfully conform to the facts and rules of the mock trial competition.
Yes.
Please state your name, spell your last.
Mary Crestis, S-A-R-T-S-I-S.
Please see it.
Please state your name. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I inquire from the court clerk how much time the defense has remaining?
Is this diagram an accurate reproduction of the Woolly Wizard concertgrams?
Yes.
Your Honor, may the witness approach the exhibit?
Yes.
Can you point to the area on the diagram where you found Becca Avalos' body?
Above the restrooms and the showers to the left of the North Road and the lights.
Let the record reflect that the witness has pointed to an area on the diagram marked Becca's body found on the upper left-hand corner of People's Exhibit A.
It may so reflect.
Was there anyone there at the scene when you got there?
Yes.
Who was it?
A person named Devin Lynn.
Did you speak to Devin?
Yes.
Did you attempt to find any witnesses?
Yes.
Were you able to find any?
No.
Can you tell me what the condition was of Becca Avalos' body?
It appeared she'd been stabbed in the chest.
This case is full of Ryan Bouchel's lies. The defendant stole a paper from a friend. Ryan lied. The defendant presented that paper to his teacher as his own. Ryan lied. He was dishonest to Becca about applying for the Lion Prize. Ryan lied. He disposed of the murder weapon and blamed it on a bogus auto burglary. Ryan lied. He concealed evidence, disposed off the shirt of his back and the blood of Becca Avalos out of his car. Ryan lied. There's of course many witnesses to Ryan's guilt. Let's talk a little bit about the trial testimony. We know from Devin Lynn that Ryan was on a downward spiral of drugs and alcohol. We heard Mr. Lynn tell us about how Ryan tracked Becca down to the bar and confronted and cajoled and screamed and laid hands and manhandled Becca until Becca told Devin she had to go get her sweater from her car. A statement Ryan Bouchel undoubtedly heard. We know from Keimauer that the defendant was scared when he dropped by his office. He was nervous and agitated. He asked what would happen should his cheating be discovered. His answer, believe me, no one is going to come forward. We also know from Mr. Maurer that he saw Ryan. He saw and identified him here in court as a person he has known, a person he has no reason to dislike. Keimauer was not drinking and was not using drugs. His testimony is not suspect. He saw him as he entered the North Road and walked towards the campground. I would ask the people to look at People's Exhibit A over there and look at where Shark's Bar is and its proximity to the North Road. This is that Becca would have taken to go back to her campsite. And I think if you look at the evidence in this case, I think it's pretty clear what happens next. Ryan Bouchel was seen as he entered this road at 9:50. The confrontation with Ryan and Becca must have lasted several minutes. Afterwards, Becca makes her way against the crowds to get back to her friend, traveling on the north road of the campsite. Becca puts on her sweater. Ryan confronts and stabs an unsuspecting Becca. We know from the defense itself